Friends, I have just come back after the completion of the poll in southern part of India. Yesterday, the polling is completed in Andhra Pradesh. I am sure this time the Congress tally will come down considerably in south and the BJP NDS tally will go up considerably. The mood is no different, be it south or north, east or west or northeast. Modi is the best. That is the mood across the country. I've been to even Andaman. We are winning there, hands down. And in the southern states also, the tally will not only go up, it will throw up surprises. Congress party will not be able to open its account in Andhra Pradesh. Take it from me. They will not get even a single seat in Andhra Pradesh. I will be surprised if they get deposit in any of the seats. People are very angry and they wanted to teach a lesson, and they will teach a lesson to the Congress party in Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, the BJP TDP combined will do well and will be forming the government also, and will get good number of seats from Andhra Pradesh. Friends, every attempt made by our political opponents, particularly Congress and UPA, is boomeranging on them. Every conspiracy and every action, every statement, every accusation is boomeranging on them. They said, where is the growth in Gujarat? Rajiv Gandhi Foundation confirmed the growth. Their leader found fault with the land acquisition policy of the Gujarat government. Their own government commerce department said the Gujarat land acquisition policy for the industry is the best. Now Mr. Anand Sharma is trying to wriggle out, saying it is not department but department related or deputed agency. They said Mr. Madhusudan Mistry, Congress General Secretary, said that this CBI inquiry on Ishrat Jahan will finally reach Narendra Modi. Where it has reached, it is not able to reach even Amit Shah. Forget about Narendra Modi. The CBI has to say there is no concrete evidence against Mr. Amit Shah. In a shameless manner, being so desperate, हताश होके, निराश होके, बेशरम होके, कांग्रेस सरकार ने अंतिम क्षण में तय किया, वो कोई जो कहते हैं वो स्लूप गेट, हम लोग कह रहे हैं ये कांग्रेस के वीप गेट है, नॉट स्नूपिंग, वीपिंग, उसके ऊपर जांच नियुक्त करेंगे और एक सिटिंग जज से इंक्वायरी करा देंगे, ऐसा कांग्रेस ने कहा सरकार ने. क्या हुआ? उनका खुद साथी, their own alliance partners are worried that it will boomerang, and they objected to that, and the government could not find a single judge across the country. Originally the cabinet resolution said Supreme Court sitting judge or retired judge of the Chief Justice of High Court. They couldn't get anybody. And now their own law ministry says you cannot do it. And today, if we go by media reports, even the Prime Minister's daughter said the PM should have resigned on the day when this insult was heaped on him by the so-called youth leader of the Congress party. It's nonsense, and he tore the papers and threw them in a dustbin. Today, we have information that the Congress leader has gone around the EVMs. So far, no action by the Election Commission officials in Uttar Pradesh or by the Central Election Commission. The Congress candidate in Amethi, Sri Rahul Ji, has gone to EVM enclosures during polling hours. Any candidate is allowed to go to EVM enclosure for verifying whether EVM is working properly or not before the commencement of the polling. But here, as per the media reports, the Times of India photographs show Rahul Ji inspecting EVM machine at Amethi's Madhyamik Vidyalaya Pula in Tiola Assembly segment at 10:25 a.m. First picture. Second picture, emerging after inspecting an EVM machine at Astabhuja Vidyalaya in Shahmau at 9:20 a.m. Both within polling hours. The Election Commission has registered a case against FIR against Mr. Narendra Modi for coming outside the polling booth 100 meters away and then displaying lotus. FIR was lodged at the behest of the Election Commission. In Andhra Pradesh, Sri Chandrababu Naidu, coming out of the polling booth beyond the prohibited area, told waiting pressmen that he has voted and voted for lotus. As long as your vote is there inside, it is secret. The moment you come out, you tell public, you tell your wife sometimes, if you have confidence in her. Or you tell your husband, or your brother, your sister, or your friend, what is wrong in this? I am not able to understand. If I come across some official also, I tell him also. But not within the booth. The rule is very simple. But FIR against Narendra Modi, FIR against Chandrababu Naidu, no FIR against the youth leader of the Congress, because the king can do no wrong. There is a saying, king can do no wrong. That used to be the old saying. Here it is clear, and now I brought it to the notice of Election Commission also, Chief Election Commissioner just now, and I met him on another important issue. Why double standards? Why different yardsticks? Is it because it happened in UP, ruled by a friendly government? It's a violation of law. It's an offense. And there is no explanation by the returning officer or by other officers. Three sets of people can go into the EVM enclosure. One, the candidate if he is a voter. The voter himself or the presiding officer or the polling officer. These are the people who are allowed to go to the EVM enclosure. If the EVM is defective and if you call some technical person, then he can also. I don't think he has gone for technical work. What is happening in this country, we are not able to understand. Now, friends, today we have a serious situation where the returning officer of Varanasi refuses permission for the BJP candidate from Varanasi, who is our Prime Minister candidate also. Denying permission means denying democracy. Discrimination. And then you are trying to prevent a candidate from reaching out to his electorate. It is against the constitutional spirit. It is against the democratic spirit. It is against the code of conduct prescribed by the Election Commission. Friends, the public feel aggrieved that they do not have an opportunity to hear Sri Narendra Modi. The BJP workers feel aggrieved because they feel a rightful opportunity is denied to them to propagate their party. And the RO has no reason to refuse permission. Election Commission's code of conduct, rules and regulations are there to regulate the campaign. One, if there is a campaign by both parties at the same place, you can regulate. If there is a campaign by both parties at the same time, you can regulate. And then if there is something extraordinary, you can also regulate. Now the election officer is saying that he has some information. What is that information? Give us confirmation. Media is talking about IB inputs. What are the IB inputs? Sometimes it is wrongly propagated that Gujarat government itself has given some inputs, which is totally wrong, denied by Gujarat. And thirdly, just now I have learned from my colleague Sri Arun Jaitley that in the same ground, Sri Arvind Kejriwal was given permission, and also Sri Akhilesh Yadav. So how can you deny permission to Sri Narendra Modi? One is ex-chief minister, other is present chief minister, and the third one is three-time chief minister. How can you deny permission? I am not able to understand. And Sri Narendra Modi went to Varanasi, filed his nomination. Thousands of people came out of their houses. They were enjoying it. No law and order problem. No law and order problem. Narendra Modi, to my memory, has covered around 480 public rallies across the country. No problem. He has gone to Maoist areas. No problem. He has gone to Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir. No problem. He has gone to areas where the BJP is not that much strong. No problem. What is the problem in Varanasi and particularly in that Binaya Bagh, that area? They should explain to the people. This is because of the partisan attitude of the returning officer who is under the influence of the state government, which is very desperate because they are all rattled with the growing appeal of Sri Narendra Modi across the country, particularly Uttar Pradesh. अब कुछ अनाप शराब बोल रहे, ये होगा वो होगा. समाजवादी और बहुजन समाजवादी भी एक स्वर में बोल रहे. दोनों का दोस्ती हो गया, कुश्ती छोड़ के दोस्ती हो गया, और लेफ्ट भी उनके साथ दे रहे. ये होगा, दंगे होगा. कहाँ दंगे होगा? सभा हो गए तो दंगे होगा. पर सभा को बैन करो पूरा देश में. सभा को बैन करो. लोग बाहर आए तो दंगे होगा, फिर बाहर आने मत दो. मैडम इंदिरा गांधी का उनसे क्लू ले, सबको अंदर रख दो और बैलेट बॉक्स सबके पास ले जाओ. ये क्या तमाशा हो रहा है, हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहे. हमारा जो प्रत्यर्थी प्रतिद्वंदी वो लोग गए धम है तो हमसे चुनाव में लड़ो, सिद्धांत के साथ लड़ो, नहीं तो समस्याओं का उजागर करके उसके बारे में चर्चा करो, इश्यूज के बारे में चर्चा करो। ये क्या तरीका है? ये तो एक के बाद एक चिदम्बरम जी और येचूरी जी और मायावती जी और मुलायम जी सब लोग लगे ठीक है जो उन्होंने किया क्या ठीक है, रैली को बैन करना ठीक है, फिर आप लोगों का रैली भी क्यों नहीं बैन करें? हम नहीं चाहते, इन लोगों का रैली होना चाहिए, एक्सपोज होना चाहिए, जितना बोले उतना नुकसान होगा उनको। ये लोग ज़्यादा बोलना चाहिए सचमुच में, और ज़्यादा रैली नहीं कर पा रहे, ये हमारा ये है प्रॉब्लम है, ये लोग ज़्यादा रैलीज नहीं कर पा रहे। चिदम्बरम का रैली भी होना चाहिए, जरूरत पड़े तो मैं ट्रांसलेशन का भी व्यवस्था करूंगा उनको वाराणसी में, और बताए देश को इन्होंने वित्तीय स्थिति को कैसा खराब कर दिया पूरा, ये कैसा इन्होंने डॉलर को एक्सीलेटर में, रुपये को वेंटिलेटर में डाला। मैं सही मदद करूंगा उनको, जरूर मदद करूंगा, ट्रांसलेट करके अच्छा व्यवस्था करूंगा, वो तो एक्चुअल ट्रांसलेशन होगा, उसमें कोई डिस्टॉर्शन नहीं होगा। करे, इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? इधर उधर घूमना क्यों, ईवीएम के पीछे क्यों घूमना, जनता के पीछे घूमो और वहाँ भाषण दो, अच्छा होगा। ये करके एक जो इन्होंने जो अनुचित काम किया, रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर ने गलती काम किया, पक्षपात दिखाया, उसको ये लोग सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहे। फ्रेंड्स, we feel the returning officer is totally wrong, is partisan, is under tremendous pressure by the local administration. That's why BJP delegation today met the Central Election Commission. Myself, Sri Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad, Sri Vijay Kumar Malhotra, Sri Dr. Harshavardhan, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi. A 6-member delegation met the Central Election Commission today, apprised them of what is happening in Varanasi, and told them that the conduct of the returning officer is unbecoming of a officer who was supposed to be neutral and should act like an umpire. He is partisan. The other day, our workers who were campaigning in Varanasi, they were arrested and they were sent to jail for 2.5 days. I have something unheard for distributing pamphlets. And they insisted that they should give a surety for 2 + 2, 4 lakh rupees for each, for release before the election. And then now this denial of permission after giving permission to other people. They are saying Akhilesh Yadav is different, Kejriwal is different, definitely different. They belong to different parties also, they should know it. Narendra Modi also is different. But why are you different with the different ad sticks? That is the question. So we would like the Election Commission to immediately intervene and take action against the returning officer, remove him from that responsibility, appoint somebody with proven track record of honesty and integrity, impartiality, and create confidence, instill confidence in the people of Varanasi. The election is free and fair there, and equal opportunities given to all parties, and also send a message across the country. We told Election Commission a wrong message is going not only in the country, across the globe also, because Varanasi is now having international attention because of Narendra Bhai's candidature. So they should act and take action, and they should give permission for the BJP rally in the same place. In the same place. Secondly, they are saying that they have given permission for the other meetings. Hall meeting, you give permission at right 10 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, campaign comes to an end. You should know it. You can't hold meetings after 10 o'clock. Secondly, you can't expect a political party to be ready within half an hour, 1 hour to go and hold a meeting. You need people need notice, advance notice. That also is not given. So we only hope that the Election Commission, who is the appellate authority and overall in charge of conduction of free and fair poll, will intervene and see to it that the wrong is set right, and then equal opportunity to given to all political parties. And this has become a biggest joke that you prevent the people of Varanasi from meeting and greeting their candidate. And he is not given a permission to hold a rally. And he is saying he has given not for 4 hours. It is not charity, Mr. Returning Officer. It is not your charity that we are asking. It is a right given under the Constitution to us to ask for votes as per the guidelines. Friends, one more issue, small issue. The other day, the Congress family has taken objection saying that Sri Narendra Modi has insulted the memory of Rajiv Gandhi. I have the papers today. 2/2/1982. 2/2/1982, February 2nd, 1982. Sri Rajiv Gandhi, late Rajiv Gandhi, snubbed Anjaya, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, in front of everybody in the airport. He did not allow him to get into his flight. The flight is booked by the state government for which Anjaya is the Chief Minister. The Congress leader was only a party leader. He was not holding any governmental post. And without him, he went to Tirupati. He did not attend the dinner hosted by Anjaya, Chief Minister. The dinner has to be cancelled. It was a public snub to Anjaya and his colleagues. अंजया ने कहा, मैं इतना दुखी हूँ, मैंने क्या पाप किया है, मैं श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी का भक्त हूँ, श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी जी मेरे लिए देवता है, मैंने इसलिए स्वागत का अरेंजमेंट किया, मेरा मन में इतना दुख हुआ, मैं इस्तीफा दूंगा, ये कहा है. If anybody wants documentary evidence, it's very much available. It is in this context only Sri Narendra Modi has taken the name of late Rajiv Gandhi. There is no question of taking it otherwise or insulting anybody. So it is a fact that Anjaya, Chief Minister of Andhra, was insulted, and that became an emotive issue in the next election, and Congress has to pay a heavy cost.